Hello, everyone. My name is Milan Starr, and I'm from McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, just outside the city of Pittsburgh. I graduated from West Virginia University in May 2020 with a degree in biology and minor in linguistics. My senior year, I took a course titled Appalachian Englishes with Dr. Kirk Hazen and decided to focus my final project on a topic close to home. So today I'll be talking to you about Pittsburghese in Appalachia. Natives of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania have taken kindly to calling their way of speaking Pittsburghese. Linguists assert that Pittsburgh speech is not as unique as many Pittsburghers would like to believe true, since the region shares linguistic features with those of the Appalachian and Midwest regions of the United States. In this study, I investigate how my fellow Pittsburghers identify with their Appalachian roots and ask participants to share any Pittsburghisms they use in everyday speech. For some background, situated along the Allegheny Mountains, Pittsburgh is considered by many linguists to be part of the Midwestern United States and is classified as part of the Midland region on the American English map of dialects. Established at the intersection of three major rivers, the Allegheny, Ohio, and Monongahela, Pittsburgh was a turning point in the Great Migration and played a crucial role in trade throughout history, since it's a bridge between the mid-Atlantic states and the southern and midwestern parts of the U.S. As a result, there is no doubt that Pittsburgh is now home to a diverse range of cultures, but a number of its residents generally wouldn't use the word Appalachian to describe their culture. Interestingly enough, Pittsburghers use many of the linguistic features that Appalachians outside the city possess, and language is, of course, a major part of one's cultural identity. However, Pittsburgh natives set themselves apart from the rest of Appalachia even further, as they've adopted what they believe is a unique way of speaking, a local dialect that they fondly refer to as Pittsburghese. To classify something as unique is difficult, though, especially because many of the features heard in the Pittsburgh area are found elsewhere. One of the best ways to observe authentic speech patterns is to expose oneself to its native speakers. In this study, I investigate how Pittsburgh natives define their Pittsburghese. In addition to asking Pittsburghers how they embrace their Appalachianness, if they do at all, I'll be asking them to list any features, whether phonological, grammatical, or lexical, that they use in their everyday speech. Before doing so, however, it is important to highlight some of the key linguistic features that Pittsburghers use, some of which I have listed below the background here. For my methods. For this study, I reached out to my community for help. I conducted an online anonymous survey, which yielded responses from 33 participants total. I asked the following questions. Which part of the Pittsburgh area are you from? If asked, would you consider yourself Appalachian? If so, what does being Appalachian mean to you? And are there any Pittsburghisms that you use in your everyday speech? If so, which ones? I also asked participants to indicate their age, gender identity, and ethnicity. And as shown by the leftmost graph at the bottom of the poster, most participants did not consider themselves to be Appalachian. The following graphs also show that most were white, female, and between 45 and 54 years of age. The map depicted at the center left of the poster indicates where each participant was from, so each red dot represents one individual. Most of the participants were from McKees Rocks, my own hometown. Center right of the poster is a word cloud depicting some of the most common phrases that participants listed when they were asked to share any unique Pittsburghisms they could think of. The largest word, yins, or another word for y'all, is a classic Pittsburgh phrase. Next to that is the word downtown, which is a good example of the monophthongization of the diphthong ow. So instead of saying downtown, someone from Pittsburgh might say downtown. Just left of that word cloud are some of the responses to the question, what does being Appalachian mean to you, that stuck out to me. Not all participants answered this open-ended question, but some of those who did gave very literal definitions about what Appalachia is, like geographic location, or they associated the Appalachian image with poverty and struggle, which leads me to my conclusions. Many of the participants show pride and full awareness of their Pittsburghness and embrace what they believe to be unique characteristics, yet shy away at the thought of being considered Appalachian, contradicting that accepting attitude. As highlighted by some of the responses I received, many share negative outlooks on Appalachia despite being just as much a part of it as the, quote, hill people that they imagine live here. The stereotypes surrounding the region, in conjunction with these views being perpetuated by pop culture, has certainly contributed to this mindset. The best way to combat this is through education. Pittsburghers and outsiders to Appalachia can conquer the unfair judgments clouding their views with the help of a push from sociolinguistic breakthroughs in studies like this one.